Talks, mate. Commiserations on the results, and I think you always knew this was going to be a difficult contest. Just first 20 odd minutes, 2 goals from set pieces. Was there any way back into it after that?
Definitely was. We actually came into half time, and the girls absolutely believed that we could get something out of it, especially the last 20 minutes. I think we played in that first half. We gave a little bit of hope in the way we approached that last little bit, and the girls worked really hard. We don't usually concede from set pieces. That's probably my only little bit that I'm disappointed with, because we usually defend really well. But it was obviously, to go down so early in the game, it's difficult to then come back from that. But we showed some fight, we showed some character, and I guess that's probably what we've pretty much done all season. So I'm really proud of the girls, and I can't fault them.
Did you feel early on with, as you said, you don't normally concede from set pieces? Was it a bit of the occasion, a bit of the nerves? Do you think there was anything to it, or just Madison Haley?
It was just a bit of brilliance. Like, she got up nice and high and leapt over Emma Robers and put it away. But even after that, like, we probably presented ourselves with a couple of really good opportunities. Hannah had a really good chance to go 1-1, and then another corner came in, and probably a little bit controversial. I think it might have been our ball, but anyway, it was a corner, and they scored from that next set piece. So it's disappointing, but again, I can't fault this group of players. They've been immense, and us as a club are extremely proud of them.
How are they feeling right now?
They're okay, to be honest. Obviously, having people like Jess McDonald and Chloe out there lifting them up and being part of these experiences, they've had these situations before in their lifetime. So they're out there consoling and looking after the girls. But I spoke to them straight after, and I literally just said to them, this has been a remarkable season in our first year to be in a grand final, and you should be extremely proud to be out there, and your family should be proud, and our whole club should be extremely proud of them. So their spirits are quite high, and they said we'll be back, and we'll be back even better. So
do you feel like you'll be getting a lot of them back from this squad?
Yeah, I think we've really already signed up probably 13 of that group, which is really good. We'll look at obviously bringing in 1 or 2 more if there's other girls that are moving on to other situations overseas. But yeah, I'm pretty happy and satisfied with our group of players, and we've got a pathway. So we've got some good players coming through in our feeder as well.
That penalty to make it 3 was really the dagger. Stacey looked absolutely furious that it was given away. What did you make of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all good to complain about things that don't go your way, but it was a little bit tight, to be quite honest. I mean, on another day, you might not have given that penalty, but it was definitely the last final straw for us that probably didn't give us a chance. But the girls still worked really hard even after that. So Stacey's always angry with anything that she does, so it doesn't really matter.
How do you not just pick them up, but go again next year to ensure this first year is not a flash in the pan?
To be quite honest, I think that they've got enough belief in each other to come back out next year and have a really good year. And I don't want to be the team that comes out in the following season after having a good year and not performing. So that's my expectation, and my players will also feel that way as well. We'll make sure we'll put the right belief in them to come out in the right way next year.
Mark, despite the fact that this was a home game all the way in Sydney, there was still quite a good contingent of fans who flew up from Melbourne to support the team. Did you have any messages for them? No,
definitely. Our members of fans have been terrific. Our sponsors have been amazing. There was a whole group of people up in the function as well. So all our major sponsors spread all over our tops, Sharp Extensive. They've been a big supporter of our club, and I think maybe 40 of those people out there were from my family as well. So it was good to have them there. But Simmons Homes, everyone's been a big support of our club, and that's what the girls put out for them. It's all for our fans and our supporters and our club.
Did it feel like an away grand final?
Yeah, definitely, because I slept in someone else's bed last night. So it definitely felt like an away final. No, it's a final's a final. We came into Allianz 2 weeks ago and we performed really well. So for us, it doesn't matter where we play. We'll try and put our best foot forward and always perform for whoever's coming to watch us.
You mentioned you've already got a lot of this team signed up for next. What does the coming months look like? Obviously, you've got Calder that a lot of these girls can now go and play for under Helen's watch for Lai, and obviously you're looking to move into the training base to play your home games at next year. What does the next few weeks look like for you and this team in terms of preparing for the next campaign? Yeah,
just for myself, like, this is the first time I've been exposed to this environment, and it's been intense, like 6 months or 7 months of every morning waking up to go to training compared to going to a normal job. So for me, it's been absolutely mental. So having a good break, switching off, going to watch a lot of NPL Victoria games, because it is the central part of the world when it comes to football. So I'll definitely be going to watch lots of that. But for the players, there'll be lots of rest and relax. A few girls will go back and play in the NPL, either here in New South Wales or in Victoria. and they'll obviously prepare themselves for a coming season.
We saw the impact that Jess McDonald had on this group, and she even flying back today to be with the group. Does her presence and what she brought to the group, maybe during the off-season, you look to bring in either her or another player of that calibre, just with the intention of making sure they can stay the entire season, so you don't lose that presence mid-campaign?
Yeah, I mean, Jess is one of a kind. Having her in our environment is unbelievable. So I thought we did quite well, to be quite honest, considering we lost Jess and even Chloe and even Angie. Angie was a big loss for us today. Having those three players not play in a grand final or leaving at some point of the season, I still think that the rest of the group stood up, and I'm extremely proud of how they did that. And it might mean we try and get Jess McDonald out of retirement, or if she's retired, I don't know if she is from us. If she is from Victoria anyway, I know she's still playing at Louisville, but we might want to try and get her back next year, or someone of that ilk. We'll see.
Mark, what can you take away from the season as a whole?
It's been unbelievable. It's been a brilliant ride. Some girls out there had never been exposed to an A-League environment. So having them be exposed to a full season of football, some of them haven't even stopped. They've literally gone from an NPL season to playing an A-League season. So I take a huge amount of enthusiasm going into next season, because some of these girls have just outshone what I believe that they could do. And they've been amazing. And it's something that it's quite emotional for me, because I've got an attachment with a lot of these girls for many, many years, ever since some of them were 14. So to be able to put them on a big stage in front of cameras and a big crowd, I'm just proud of that, and I can't wait to do it again for them next year.
Mark, just doubling down on that, I mean, looking more broadly at the season and the bigger picture, not just for yourselves and for the group, but actually the fact that your team can sort of coming in as such underdogs that sort of everyone at the beginning of the season didn't really have any idea what you could do, and bulk coming from the NPL. What does it actually say more broadly about Australian football that you actually got here today and that you got to this point?
Yeah, I think it's a credit to female football as a whole. The whole environment and setup in every state. 3 teams from Victoria in a final series is a credit to our league as well. Not just obviously the other leagues, but the game's growing, and to have so many young girls out there watching is very important for our club and I guess our nation. So the one message that I've given to our girls from the start, being a foundation and an inaugural team, was set the tone for the next player that wants to play the game or wants to wear a Western United top. And I think we've done that, and being located out in the West, it's a growing area and there's a lot of young people. For us, it's about that, just creating the next young girl that wants to put on a West United shirt or a Matilda shirt.
Yeah.
And that's the exciting part for us.
Absolutely, and doubling down with obviously the World Cup coming so soon. I mean, kicking on there, is that sort of obviously the pathway into have that sort of spectacle tonight? Is that sort of for the game in Australia pretty ridiculous, right?
Definitely. Like even, a young girl out there that played for us today, Carly Johnson, 18, 19-year-old that played 4 games for Sydney FC last year, has ambitions of going to the World Cup still. To have a player like that to think that way and to still believe she can make it, regardless that she probably thinks it's still a little bit too far away, that's what we want. And if that has an influence on a 5-year-old, if it's from here, if it's from somewhere else in the country, then we've done our job, I guess.
Talks just physically, how'd the girls pull up? I mean, we were all convinced that Alana had ruptured her shoulder, and then she rubbed some dirt and kept playing. How do they all pull up from that? Because it was a physical game. Yeah,
it was tough. Like, we tried to bring a physical game to Sydney last week, 2 weeks ago when we played them, and we tried to bring it again here today. Cern's a bit of a sook, so she might have been playing that a little bit just to waste some time. No, she's okay, but no, sorenesses there'll be. Tomorrow morning we'll wake up, probably a few sore heads as well. But there will definitely be a rest and recovery over the next few days, and some of these girls are jetting off on a plane in the next few days to go back home. So we'll have our gala night as a club tomorrow night, and we'll acknowledge all the amazing things that people have done at our club this year.
Chloe, was she ever a chance? When did you rule her out?
She actually was a chance. She trained yesterday. She looked okay, but she's got a World Cup to prepare for, and I don't think it's fair for us to put her in a situation that could jeopardise that. And we had a really long discussion about that, myself and Chloe, so we're just proud to have her part of our change room and be involved in every part of it.
Yesterday? No?
Probably yesterday, probably also this morning. I was going to push her, and I thought, nah, I better not. So